Hey Sag, welcome to Larisa Lili Temperance. Today we're doing your love read. This is for anyone, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus in the sign of Sag. And as always, a general read. I had to literally take a deep breath on that one. Wow. Because I've got to prepare myself for what I'm about to share here, Sag. In the premeditation for your reading, I literally heard walk away. Literally, it was walk away, walk away, walk away. So for some of you, that's a very big message here. So a lot of you are in this space of focusing on yourself. And I think that's where a lot of you, this walking away has to do with just get yourself, aligned. We're having the solar eclipse. And I think when I post this, it should be the day after, if anything. Or probably the day before, I think, most likely, or 2 days before. But that's what this energy is bringing in for you. Like really big decision. There's an energetic surge and you have an opportunity of a fresh start. But it's going to depend on you, and whether you're going to be weighed down or stringing these people along with you and feeling you can do something about it, or there is improvement, or whatever the case may be here. So let's get into this read here. Okay, Spirit. What else we got for Sagittarius? So yeah, separation. And that's why I feel for some of you, this is truly a decision. Like some of you will have to walk away. Yeah, unrequited love. Some of you, this is the children that are involved. You have kids with your person. And it's a very difficult decision. And I just feel a lot of you really are. So here we have express your love. To me, that has to do with the exchange of what's happening, your emotions. So some of you may feel like you're going to want to give it a go. You have romantic feelings very soon, worth waiting for. Okay, so definitely, oh my God. This is right with all these cards here. I see why Spirit said walk away, walk away, walk away. Because with all these cards here, this shows me someone's still on the fence here. And that's why we have the very soon. Clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. So there are still emotions. And I think it's probably some of you still fresh. This is someone you've been with for a long time. Again, if you have this connection and this relationship with your person, and you have children, obviously this is someone you had children with. At one point you love this person. We don't just have babies, or at least, I don't know, the world now has changed, but I think people forget there's a responsibility when it comes to choosing who we have our offsprings with, right? So clearly we are with our people because we love them. What happens after, obviously emotions get in, life gets in the way, and then all of a sudden there's this constant battle. But that has to do with the self, never with the children, right? So initially this was someone we loved, we wanted children with, and then all of a sudden things happen. So I think this is an energy of some of you on the fence. Maybe your person, again, take where the energy resonates, guys, because I'm just going to read the cards and the energy of how I'm feeling. I feel them in the now. So I just go through the emotions in the now. Everyone's timeline is different. But I've been getting really difficult energies for Sag for some time. So let's get more on this energy. Okay. So patience. This is tempering. And I think this is a process. Yep, solar plexus. Meaning of life. I always feel Empress energy when I see the solar plexus chakra. And this is a questioning about what matters to you or your person. Someone here is really questioning what matters. Conflict and defeat, which is the 5 of Swords, and then foundation and achievement. This is the commitment. There is a conflict in this connection, right? The household, there's a weight. I feel a weight, right? This is why I said in the beginning also, it's either going to weigh you down or you're going to string along and work through it, right? Which we do have the energies here. Ace of Swords and new beginning. So either way, it's a triumph, right? Because Ace of Swords is a new cycle following the 10 of Swords. So there's just been a lot of conflict. It wasn't easy. This situation has not been easy. And this is why the decision, clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. So I feel a lot of you are going through a soul transition. So let's see what your soul guidance is and what Spirit wants you to know. What is the soul guidance for Sag? Soul guidance for Sag, please. Okay. Chakra balancing. I did see this earlier, wow, when I was pre-shuffling. So tune up and maximize the energy flowing through your body for overall well-being. That's where we see the solar plexus chakra. So there is some balancing it's needed. And a lot of you, again, it's that meaning of life. So what do you feel? So first card that came out before these forever cards came out, you have triggering. And I do feel this is why emotions are high. Also, eclipse is going to probably trigger some of this. So you may be put to the test in certain situations to address patterns with yourself and others. If this brings up a behavior that must be corrected, now is the time. And yes, so there is a course correction happening here with this connection. Either this is going to weigh you down, or you guys are going to work this out and you're going to trot along the way, understanding that there was conflict, and then you're going to figure it out, right? Because clearly there is a struggle for a lot of you where there's still emotions, and there's nothing wrong. Our feelings are valid, but we have to also connect with ourself, our sense of self, right? And what it feels. So that's where the grounding, I feel an energy of grounding is necessary here too. So we have channeling. You have the ability to convey messages from spirit. This is achieved with a quiet mind and removing expectations and an openness to receive. That's this. Thank you, Spirit. That is exactly what I feel with the solar plexus chakra. This is the meaning of life. And this is Empress energy. When you have to be in an openness to receive, that's when you allow energy flowing into your life. So we have divine timing twice, also with temperance and this here waiting card. So there's definitely, this is just divine intervention, and you know, things are also happening underneath the surface. Again, more messages, incoming messages. There is a message of significant importance coming to you that you may not have been expecting. Listen intently to what is being said. Okay, guys. So for some of you, this reading is going to be one of those messages, because clearly there's a lot of messages. And for those of you who are having a hard time making a decision, this will be a message of reflection. So use it to kind of meditate on your emotions and to see where your feelings stand. And then, you know, there are other things that you're going to need. I feel rituals as well. So there's a lot you're being led to in order for you to get clear in perspective and perception and what your next steps are. Whew, I knew this was going to be heavy. I had to take a breather for this reading. Oh, Sag, here we go. So let's see this Five of Swords. So this again, confirming steps. We've got Five of Swords and Six of Swords, which means progression. So once you release yourself of this mental battle, Page of Pentacles is this initiative. Some of you is communication, but finding some balance, harmonization, Six of Swords, in terms of getting your mind right and seeing the rainbow, like moving towards progression. But this is going to require some practical steps from both parties, I feel. And what I want to focus is mainly you though, Sag, because obviously you are part of this decision and you need to make sure you're doing and making the right decision for yourself as well. So let's get into this Page of Pentacles a little bit more. Empress, yeah. Know what matters to you. This is, again, Spirit never lies to me. That's this energy of flow, right? Again, you've got to prepare yourself to be, so channeling all this receiving that you're getting, your steps, knowing your value, understanding the life you want, balancing your energy here. You have the ability to convey messages from spirit. This is achieved with a quiet mind, removing expectations and an openness to receive. So you have to be open in this space, right? And that's where the Six of Swords comes in, where you alleviate the mind space, the crown chakra, to be able to receive more understanding about where you stand as well. We do have the High Priestess in the bottom, and look at that, the 10 of Pentacles, which is understanding. Oh, and there goes the Emperor. So a lot of you, again, this is the mother, father of your child, because we have a pair. And this goes to show me that some of you still truly want to work this out, because it's a family. Again, this is where this energy gets a bit stuck. There's a family here, right? Foundations, Four of Wands. There's a family dynamic here, or a desire of one, right? Speaking of it, whatever the case may be. This is your person, or someone you knew was your person for so long. So let's get on this Four of Wands. So this is going to require work, and this has to be mutual, clearly. Eight of Pentacles. You guys have to make an effort here. The constant fight, Five of Swords energy, surrendering the fight, surrendering the win-win kind of dynamic. Yep, Queen of Swords. Like, this needs to be dropped, because this doesn't allow for the heart space or any kind of nurturing of the connection to happen, for it to harmonize. And this is going to require efforts from both parts, because one person can't do it. We can't be the Queen of Swords and then expect this person to come with roses and hearts and, you know, loving energy and an amazing meal, or whatever the case may be. And then us, I mean, it's not going to be equal. So I'm just saying, this is not easy. This is in the sense of, it's not easy because it feels like two people who have to understand what it means to compromise and what that compromise is. So give me more on this triumph and success. The Lovers, the King of Cups, and the Fool. I mean, a lot of you will want to work this out. So I'm hearing the walk away must be you, Sag. Some of you Sagittarius who are like, I'm closing this chapter. And here is your person. So this could be very one-sided. One person is very about the beginning, and someone is saying, no, I can't. Which is why this very soon is here, because the decision is, it's like everything's on the fence. We don't want to ignore unrequited love here, right? So there's someone here, you know, we don't want to ignore someone else's emotions here, where they feel that things are just not balanced out. So what I'm seeing here is, this is a very big decision. Someone obviously wants to put the effort, and the effort has to be made. You know, it has to be mutual here. So give me more on this new beginning. Give me more on this new beginning. The Star. So healing, but again on the fence. So there's a lot that has to be healed here in the Four of Wands. A lot has to be talked about. Two of Pentacles. Again, the decision needs to be made. And Three of Swords, Four of Wands. So we're back with the Four of Wands of what's the effort? Are we going to focus? You know, I'm going to clarify this Eight of Pentacles as well. But clearly, in order for this new beginning to happen, you both have to be on the same page, and there's definitely a conversation. I think this genuine emotions is going to happen, and no fighting. There can't be that Five of Swords energy, or any fives, right? Because if you're going to have this conversation, then it's to really talk about where things are going. Let's see what this Eight of Pentacles is on the foundation. Give me one of this Eight of Pentacles. Yeah, so this is no movement. Yeah, someone knows there's two energies here in the Tower. Eight of Cups, Nine of Swords, the Tower, and the Fool. So someone obviously is not comfortable and are stuck. Two of Swords and the Knight of Pentacles, slow moving because things are not progressing or have not changed, or there's so much up in the air. And so this probably puts this person in discomfort, but do know that's also normal, because that's what drives, that is the catalyst to the change, and whether the commitment's going to be worth sticking around for. And a lot of you, that's the triggering. So someone definitely is in a triggering energy, right? Constant triggering with the Tower and the Nine of Swords as well. There's a constant trigger here where either the cosmos are showing, right? So now you may be put to the test. This is a test. This is definitely a test in this connection, right? Things are slow and just really up in the air. So you may be put to the test in certain situations to address patterns with yourself and others. So again, the separation leads to having to look at ourselves and obviously our person. So this is also admitting contributions, parts of it, how we partake in things. So if this brings up a behavior that must be corrected, now is the time. So Spirit is saying now is the time. If anything's going to change, it's got to be now, because if not, then the same situation will keep replaying. You'll have a rerun and a repeat of a cycle. So let's see what the blockages are for this connection. What are the blockages for Sag? So lessons meant to make you stronger. Yes, there will be strength here for sure. Third party, they have a secret, and toxic. This is not good for you. So, for some of you, maybe this Two of Pentacles and Three of Swords was some juggling that happened outside of the connection. And this is why someone's on the fence. What's interesting is that's not the strongest energy here. So even if that's happened, I still feel for some of you, there are children involved and someone's thinking about it. So this could be your person. Again, this could be you. I'm not going to refuse to say it, because you don't have to go back to anyone you don't want to. That's why I say some of you, maybe the energy I'm picking up is someone walk away, or like a firm decision, right? Saying this is toxic, I'm done, whatever. So the initial energy here, you know what? We're actually going to clarify this third party, because third party doesn't have to necessarily be a person. It just could be something happening in the surrounding. But let's confirm. Okay, so clearly Spirit spoke extremely fast. So Six of Swords and Knight of Cups with the World. Some of you, it's jealousy. It's an energy of jealousy. We're going to get more information about that. I'm going to clarify this Knight of Cups. And maybe, yeah, some of you, yes, this person could have probably engaged in another connection. So let's see this Knight of Cups. Justice. And Temperance and Queen of Swords. No, I'm sorry. This seems like... I'm going to go with my intuition on this one. For a lot of you, this just feels that the emotional exchange is just never fair. There isn't really a mature form of communication here. That's why we have Temperance, again, patience. We have a Queen of Swords, meaning there's a distance here. Maybe someone's more colder than the other. That's why we have the unrequited love, because unrequited love is going to be a very distant person that probably, things happen, guys. They just happen. Someone just doesn't feel that it's fair, that there isn't a balance, that the relationship got lost along the way, and so the connection somehow is off. But someone definitely wants to come back. So, and there's obviously emotions. So let's get more, thank God that didn't fall in the back, but I'm going to get more energies too on this. So let's see what else. What other guidance, Spirit? What other guidance around this connection, please? Yeah, there you go. See? Lessons of Saturn. And those are never the easy lessons. A soul's desire to resolve limiting patterns of control and dependency. And that's the energy that jealousy can bring out, because it brings out control, emotional control. And also it brings out, obviously, combined with this Queen of Swords, a lot of instability, temperance. So there's just this constant battle of kind of like unfairness, or just maybe even disputes, whatever the case may be, but control and dependency. Many challenges, but can bring benevolent long-term rewards. So I love this deck because it always turns the lessons into a positive, and that's just the form of way that I read, because even though we go through things, there's always a lesson. So obviously there's justice here as well, where there is a karmic lesson that is being mirrored back to us. And in this situation, what's being mirrored back is the harshness here. There's unrequited love. Someone is just distant from the marriage and maybe not in their heart space. And so it's more of control, you know. And then we have rejection. Is not you. It's not you. So don't reject yourself. Rejection is divine intervention. So this form of rejection has someone definitely in the space of maybe even getting more in control and dependency here, right? Having more of a codependent pattern to themselves. And so the divine intervention here is obviously divine timing is at work in your love life. There's a lot about divine intervention and temperance here again. So there's a lot about divine intervention, so we can actually ask ourselves these difficult questions. So let's see what's the message, the soulmate separations in here. What's the guidance message for them? What is the messages here? Okay, so I look at your pictures for hours on end. You are still so beautiful to me. So clearly someone obviously feels, I mean, hello, someone's still in love here. I'm sorry. There's still love here. There is, I know, a desire for a beginning, you know, maybe thinking things through, you know. When you look at me, it makes me feel worse. You see a side of me others don't. I can't hide from you. That could be the Queen of Swords energy, where there's a constant mask and wall. So it creates more rejection, right? In terms of the connection, creating more conflict. So that is for some of you as well. If I could turn back time, I would, and do it all different. So obviously the idea of getting back together is here for someone, and trying to do things different. And again, with the Eight of Pentacles, of can we work this out, right? There's a lot of stress behind it because of what things happened. And there's a lot of uncertainty, I feel, with this Two of Swords, and no movement with the Knight of Pentacles. So things are definitely at standstill. And we have lessons of Saturn. So we do have Saturn in retrograde. So maybe some of you, this is kind of a slow progression, and there's a test here and a lot of messages for you to sit with yourself in the next few days, few weeks, few months for some of you. So let's see what's your guidance. Gratitude, thank you. Practice gratitude. Take one moment a day to think about the things and people you are grateful for in your life. When you have a grateful heart, this will multiply, and more grateful blessings will be coming your way. Be thankful for what you already have. So a lot of gratitude is necessary. And honestly, this is how that gratitude helps us put things in perspective. And that's also the Empress energy, getting in the moment, right? And that's how we get present, when we are grateful for what we do have. So maybe this is a time of perspective for a lot of you. And summer, a period of vitality and fruition. Yes. So a lot of you, I think this break is necessary. And I'm just going to call it for what it is. You know, these are the emotions and the feelings around what's happening. But it doesn't mean that a moment in time for yourself is not necessary. And I think there's a period of vitality, fruition. things will blossom when they need to blossom. And so if the decisions to get back together, you know, after some time apart in the separation, then you guys will know what to do. I think this is more of a reviving yourself at the moment, and kind of, again, you know, Spirit is saying lessons meant to make you stronger. It's just really, it's changing something within you, Sag, is what I'm feeling. So I'm going to leave it there. I love you. Please like, share, subscribe. Click that bell button if you enjoy my frequency. But remember to live always relentlessly and striving aspiration. This is the evolution of your soul. And I'm here to nurture you. Until next message. Bye.